So we've had this sanctuary. We incorporated it about 1.5 years ago. It's called Sweet Bear Rescue Farm, which we named after our dog Nala, who I always called Bear. And when she died, we kind of had this dream of saving as many animals as we could because she left such a giant gap in our lives. So everything you see here is in honor of our dog. We have 38 animals, about 25 chickens. We have 4 dogs and cats that live in the house, a little baby piglet named Benjamin, this guy right here, Ollie, and we've got a couple of goats I can introduce you to in a minute who are Maggie and Shadow. And we're kind of unique in that all of our animals get along really well. So we've got Mittens. So we right now have dogs, cats, a turkey, a couple of pigs, and a whole lot of chickens all running around kind of in unison. So it's a pretty harmonious place. Hi, do you want them? Do you want them? Oliver was purchased as a mini pig and was living in an apartment in West Asheville when he was a baby. The farmer told the woman who bought him that he was gonna be 40 to 60 pounds. And when we took him, she sent us a picture of his so-called parents, which was a stock photo of 2 piglets. And I said, those aren't actually his parents. So he came to live here because she knew it just wasn't right or fair to him to be cooped up in an apartment. And that was about 4 years ago. And he is now about 220 pounds and usually very sweet. Huh. And his name is Oliver. He's kind of the sanctuary brewing mascot. Okay, bud. He also likes to put my entire hand in his mouth when he eats, if you haven't noticed. Watch. Okay. He's being a good boy. Are you being a good boy? Are all these people making you crazy? Huh? Hi, sweet kid. You want a behind the ear massage? Okay. Okay, that's good, pig.
But I don't want it.
Huh. You my best boy? He's OG pig. Benny's the new guy, but this is OG pig. Huh, Ollie the Great, original pig. So this turkey was in what's called the Yellville Turkey Trot. For years, there's a town in Arkansas called Yellville, hi buddy, where they would do something called the turkey drop, and they threw live turkeys out of airplanes, off of buildings. They threw them off of stages into crowds of people. And 2 years ago, an activist went in and saved 4, and they were named after the Fab Four. So this is George. There's a John and a Paul and a Ringo. We actually had George and Paul, and 6 months after we rescued them, Paul died. His heart just gave out from the trauma of what he had been through, and it actually put George in a state of depression. But if you look at him now, you can tell he's gotten over that because he's quite a show-off, and he's very happy these days. And most of what he's doing today is for you all because there's new people, and he gets very excited about showing just how handsome he is when there's new people around.
There it is.
Yeah?
There you go.
It's so funny. I was like, let's talk about George, and he was like, peace. Yeah. Come on in. Hi, Megs. So this is Maggie. This is where the goats live. And this is Shadow. Hi, baby. So I've known Shadow since she was 2 weeks old. These were resident goats at the Carl Sandburg farm, which is only a couple of miles from here. And they were going to be sold to a farm. They were going to be pets, so nothing bad was going to happen to them. But they were going to move to Pennsylvania. So we stepped in and said we would take them because I'm very bonded with this goat and always have been. So they live here now. They're both super gentle and very docile, and they love people. Hi, baby. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Shadow is a Toggenburg, which is a Swiss goat, so she's slightly more sensitive to the heat than Maggie. Maggie's a Nubian, which is an African goat, so she can kind of tolerate the heat a little bit more. So in the summer, Shadow likes to hang out in their barn and just kick it all day. Huh, kid? Hello. She just wants attention all the time. Huh. You good girl? You good girl. This is very up close and personal. Hey. Hey. You get all the attention. She's got the best ears. Huh, kiddo? You good girl? You good girl. Do you want to come out, Maggie? Because sometimes Maggie gets to come out and hang out with everyone else. You gonna stay in? What you want to do? It looks like you can't decide. Do you want some? That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Do you want some? I know you do. Do you want some? I know, kiddo. Hi. Hi. These chickens here, this is Dahlia and Soleil. They were Tractor Supply birds, and any chickens that are left over from the chicken pullet or baby chick season usually end up just getting tossed in the trash. So a friend of mine saved these 2 chickens and they came to live here. So again, this is Soleil. Hi, baby. I know. Good job, babe. And this is Dahlia. Yeah. Banana peels are a big hit around here. You want some more? So this chicken was in a backyard flock where the rest of her flock was killed, and she was the only survivor, and her family didn't want her to be alone. Oh, that's a good girl. So they asked if we would take her, so we came and picked her up, and she is very friendly. She clearly likes banana quite a bit. Her name is Leilani. We named her after Leilani Munter. Yes. Hi, baby. All these white birds you see, these are industry birds. So these are our Cornish hens. We've had these birds since about November of last year. So Cornish crosses are meat industry birds. So the chickens that you see here are normally slaughtered at 42 days old, and that becomes the meat that goes on people's plates. In order to be efficient, these birds have to be bred to grow and eat and grow and eat. So technically they're still babies when they're slaughtered at 6 weeks old, but they're massive. On top of that, there is a ritual that happens in Brooklyn every year called the Kaporos. And what happens is an ultra-Orthodox religious sect believes that they can take sin from their own body and put it into the body of a chicken. So they take these birds and they swing them over their heads 3 times and they kill them on sight. That happens to 60,000 of these birds every year. Someone came in and saved about 600 of them. The nice thing for us was we knew it was coming, and so we were able to plan for them. So we were originally going to take 3, which turned into 5, which turned into 17. So we rescued 17 of these birds, and I'm thrilled to say they are now 9 months old. So they did not die when they were a month and a half old, and they're all thriving. So they got kind of a new lease on life twice. They escaped not only the slaughter industry, but they also escaped the Kaporos. So they are just a joy to be around. One thing I always let people know is, in addition to being bred to grow and grow for efficiency, so they only have to be kept alive for 6 weeks, they're bred to be docile and kind and very sweet. So these birds, they kind of, their instincts are used against them. Any sort of retreat or fear is bred out of them. So they're kind to the people that do kind of the worst things to them. The birds that sit on people's plates or that you see in a store are these awesome, lovely, docile, fun, adorable creatures, and we just love having them. Hi, she come and get you? We have to keep them on very restrictive diets to keep their weight down, but they can live to up to 10 years, which I don't think people realize either. They think it's a miracle if these birds live 3 or 4 years, and Farm Sanctuary has Cornishes just like these that are 12 years old. So they can have a great long life, and they're just wonderful, wonderful animals. Benny, looking good, buddy. Hi, little boy. You having a fun day? You gonna be in the movies? Huh? He's wearing his best mud. There's a good boy. That's a good boy. Hi, Trix. You're good too. You're good too. Your breath is worse than Benny's. Benjamin is a mud master. So this is our latest rescue. This is our piglet. He's probably around 7 months old. He was given as a Christmas gift to someone, and he ran away on the very first day. And this was up north near Clyde. And he lived in a Kmart parking lot for 2 weeks, scrounging for food on his own because he was really hard for animal control to capture. So once they did, he was in a shelter for another 2 weeks. It was a kill shelter. It was extremely loud, a lot of dogs, a lot of noise. And by the time I went to meet him, he was severely traumatized by fending for himself. He was kind of sickly. He was probably eating garbage the whole time. And he was in a cage just listening to other screaming animals for weeks on end. So he came to live here. Look. And he adjusted real fast. So we got him in late January, and he has turned out to be one of the sweetest, kindest, most gentle beings I've ever met. And that is really saying something for a pig, because they can be very smart and stubborn and strong and somewhat ornery. And this guy is just peace and gratitude and kindness. And he's doing great with not only all the other animals, in particular with Ollie. So introducing 2 male pigs can be a little tricky, and they've never had a problem because this boy is exactly what he looks like right now. He's just sweet and gentle and loving. So we kind of hit the lottery with this guy, and I hope he feels the same way about us. I think it's gratitude. I think when you rescue an animal from a really traumatic situation, they come out of it just filled with love and kind of gratitude for their new life. So he's the best boy. Hi, kiddo. Yeah, get to the other side. Get to the other side.
He's right.
Come with me. You're gonna go stay with Harmony today. He and the rooster love each other. That's Harmony. This is our rooster that escaped the CAFO during the hurricane. But he's going through this like adolescent thing where he wants to fight literally everyone. So he lives by himself right now. And he's the rooster that lives in the house. We had him in the house full time in a diaper until he started trying to fight everyone. If you look, his dew claws are just coming in. So it is seriously like this whole adolescent thing. So he's just like, I'm a boy. Hi, dude. Hi, Harms. The running joke is he puts the harm in Harmony. Huh, kid? But I never take credit for rescuing him. He rescued himself. He just lives here. One of my cats, we found her, we were coming back from Home Depot, stopped at that light, and I was like, I can hear a cat. And Joe was like, there's no way you hear a cat. And I was like, I absolutely do. So it's like a 6-lane highway. So we pulled into like the Wendy's parking lot and started looking around, and I looked into a storm drain and there was a kitten like this big in there. And I was like, well, there goes the day. Long story short, 5 hours later, it was the fire department, the police department, animal control, a couple of reporters. But through a humane trap and some kitten food, we finally got her out. So we brought her home in this humane trap, and there's a big feral cat community around there. So I was like, I'm gonna open this trap and maybe she's gonna peck my eyes out. And she walked out and like walked into my arms, and it was one of the most like moving bonding things that's ever happened to me. And then she just imprinted on my brain, and now I love her so much. It's like she came out of my womb. It's very disturbing. She's just the greatest cat in the world. And that anniversary was 2 days ago. The Piperversary. So yeah, we should definitely meet Pipes. She's special. She likes to hang out with the rooster. When he sleeps in the big crate in there, so we'll give him a little iPad and they'll watch stories together. So Pipes will just sit with the rooster and watch stories. She is the sweetest thing in the world. So it's the same thing. Like, I think she had the same moment that I did, and she loves everyone and everything since she came out of that crate. She's just so happy-go-lucky. She's best friends with Scotty. They have, since they were little, like they grew up together. Scotty would read her books, and they're just adorable. Hi, Pippi. Isn't she perfect in every way? So this is Pipes, AKA Sewer Cat, AKA the cat we pulled out of the storm drain. She got her name Piper for that very reason, because we pulled her out of a pipe, and she's the best. Huh, Pip? You're so cute, kiddo. Pippi, my true love, Piper. You wanna go over there? Oh, Pipes. We're pretty sure she cracked her vocal cords when she was in the sewer. So she doesn't make normal cat sounds. She makes these really cute, like chirping sounds. Hi. Thank you. These dogs, this dog was rescued about 1.5 years ago. Her caregiver died and she ended up in a shelter with our other dog, Layla. And the family just like dumped them off. They didn't know their names. They didn't really kind of care what happened to them. The shelter itself thought there's no way we're gonna rehome these 2 senior dogs. So they just put it on Facebook because they were bonded. And a friend of mine tagged me in the Facebook post and I was like, oh. And then I went and got the dogs and they're awesome. They're like super well adjusted. This is a Jack Russell that loves chickens and they had had a really rough life. So when we got Trixie, she had burns all over her face. The other dog, our dog Layla, is missing her teeth. She has a broken tail. She had a skin infection. So we think their caregiver just wasn't qualified to take good care of them. He had probably been getting sick for a while, or at least this is kind of the story we're telling ourselves. So through no fault of his own, they just were neglected and they are totally thriving here. And all 4 of our dogs love each other, and the fact that we brought 2 new dogs in and they were like, sure, I'm cool with the turkey and a bunch of chickens and some pigs, it's good. No one expects it. There's a pig, a cat, 2 dogs, 6 chickens right here. This is awesome. So again, it's what I was saying earlier, it's that whole element of gratitude where I think when they get here and they realize they're in a safe space, they just kind of relax, but say, I'm still a little weird. Huh, hi Trix. I know, baby. What is it? No one looking at you?
Georgie.
Hi, Harry. Hi, Harry. That's a good boy. This is our dog, Harry, who we've had for about 10 years. And before he came to live with us, he was actually on a hoarder farm in Tennessee. So by the time he was relinquished, he had been chained to a dead dog, and we're not really sure how long he had been living like that, but he was around 4 when we got him. So it was a good long while. Like I said, so much gratitude in these animals. He came to live with us, and within 2 to 3 weeks, he was well adjusted and sweet and happy, and he's been like that ever since. So he's a pretty great boy. Harry, your story is so sad. Huh. So sad, Harry. Not anymore.
Happy life.
Yep.
Very bossy about pets.
So he's a pretty happy guy. Huh. You enjoying the shade? Trixie, it's not about you right now. Okay. All right, Trix. My partner Joe and I started Sanctuary Brewing Company 4 years ago as a community establishment that not only serves awesome craft beer, but also spreads the vegan message in a positive way. So we're trying to say that veganism can be normal and healthy and fun and outgoing and bring a real sense of community. And as an offshoot of that, we started Sweet Bear Rescue Farm, which was incorporated about 1.5 years ago, which is an extension of who we are as people. So it takes our philosophy about veganism being a positive thing, and we've just created this world of kind of harmony with all of these animals. We encourage people that come to the brewery to also come and visit the farm, and we encourage people that visit the farm to visit the brewery. We have the opportunity to serve vegan beer, vegan food, to meet the animals that are being rescued through our efforts, and really tell a positive story about how veganism can enhance your life. How it's not a deprivation, it's actually the most liberating thing I've ever done. Hi, buddy. We're really just trying to smash stereotypes and what people think of as normal and make peaceful living the new normal. And we got pig, we got turkey, we got chickens, we got dog. Here he comes, OG Pig, here he comes!